here. Yep, there we go. Oh, shit. Okay. There we go. Alright, and hello everybody. This is my first time doing this. Oh, trying to make sure my mic is working. Let me make sure. Oops, I knew I forgot to do something. Alright then, hello everybody. To start everything off, my name is Jalen Concilium. I am, as you see in my background, am in the Dragon Kingdom right now. Of course, I'm the not Demon Prince, Jesus, Dragon Prince of this kingdom, this very fine and beautiful kingdom. Let me just show y'all a bit. Scaling all the way up on the mountains, going all the way to the very top. Of course, I wasn't able to get the castle in the background because my father didn't want it in the background. So, yeah, you got the city here going all the way down and everything. You know, nothing too crazy or too fancy, all that. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is, of course, you got me over here. Got me over here. This is basically how I am going to look like. As you see, I'm rocking the scarf, got the shirt, got the pants, and everything. So, basically, this is my debut stream. Of course, I didn't think I was going to be able to, pull this off at least like 8 o'clock, but I managed to. I managed to a bit. Anyways, though, let me go here. And then let me make sure. Okay. Oh, and I just realized there's no desktop audio in the background. Let me fix that real quick. Just realized there's no music playing in the background. Jeez, I am. Dang, this ain't gonna make so many scuffs already. Okay, pulling that down here. There we go. There we go. Oh wait, that might be too loud for me. Let me just turn myself up. Alright then. Okay, there we go. That works. Alright, so welcome to the stream, of course. So this is basically my debut stream, or like I said, for those that don't know, again, my name is Jalen Concilium. My nickname, as y'all see on Twitter and YouTube and Twitch, is of course Quiet Storm. I do have a title as Mr. Quiet Storm or Mrs. Storm. You can call me whatever you want. So, let me now change scenery a bit. Okay. Here we got the slide and everything that I have. Let me just do this. Oops, wrong thing. Okay. Let me get this slide on. Let me get this slide real quick. I will be pulling up chat on my phone so that way I can keep up everybody it. So if you do send a message, please forgive me at first hand. Alright, so, of course, my name is Jalen Concilium. My nickname is Jay, Quiet Storm, Mr. Storm, or Prince Jay, since, like I said, I am the Prince of the Dragon Kingdom. One of the 7 kingdoms that exist, at least in my universe. My human age is 24, but as you can see, us dragons have a bit more difference in our age years, at least in dragon years. In dragon year, I'm 246 years old. I am, of course, my height is 186 centimeters tall, and that's basically all the general information. No, I'm just playing. I still have more slides to go through. But, like I said, please forgive me. This is my first time actually doing this and being able to get, a stable connection between the Dragon Kingdom and the human realm. Since both realms are kind of a bit far from each other, it's a bit more challenging to have a stable connection. So, let's just move on to the next slide. Alright. Oh god. Hold up. Let me go back. Okay. Slide's good? Yep, slide's good. Okay. So, of course, this is my Liclux is green and orange. For those of you that don't know what a Liclux is, which is a good majority of you, a Liclux is basically another term in my language that we use for colors, basically. But it also is the symbolization colors for our abilities that we have and are capable of. Of course, I am a bit more unique in this sense, because each dragon is only supposed to have one Liclux. However, since, me being royalty and I'm more so like Dragon Prince and everything, this is how it's different for me, basically, because like I said, I am a dragon, but I'm mostly human and less dragon, if it makes sense. Because my father is basically, the Dragon King. He's the king of this whole entire kingdom. While my mother is a demigoddess that is the descendants of the gods that came to make my universe beforehand. So, in our sense, it basically, yes, I kind of have a bit more so that, However, though I'm not able to gain access to my demigod powers due to circumstances. As much as I would wish, though, to gain access to this, I can just wish all the money I want in the world, but we all cannot really get what we want. So, yeah. My occupation is, of course, as I mentioned before, I am the Dragon Prince. I watch over my kingdom to make sure all the citizens and everything inside of it is doing well. Of course, at least that's what I am really supposed to be doing. However, though, due to me being banished a bit a while ago, I had to pick up on new occupations, basically. So, my occupation, at least while I'm on Earth for the time being, of course I am back in the Dragon Kingdom, but while I was on Earth, I was a writer. I still am. I also write poets. I'm a YouTuber, as if you probably, for those that probably have been watching my content before I even started streaming, there you go. Basically, this is where I was doing. I have a link to my YouTube channel in my Twitch description and on my Twitter. So go on to there to find the channel link. I also posted on my different social media platforms today to help sponsor and hype up the stream. And of course, obviously, I am a major elite pro gamer. I'm saying it right now, there is not a game that I cannot beat. I have beaten a bunch of games before. The only time I will say when I will not be able to beat a game is if I get bored of it. Because if I get bored of the game and the game can't draw my attention, then that's just how it's gonna be. Because I don't know what it is. It's just games nowadays, and especially in the human world that y'all make and everything. It's just not there anymore. Like seriously, what's going on? Like the only game that's been keeping me interested to this day that I keep finding myself going back to is Fortnite and Rocket League. And I really, really, well, okay, I don't hate Fortnite, but still, I just really need to find new games to keep me interested and entertained. So we're just going to start off with that. Next up, the languages I speak. Of course, obviously, I speak English. English is my main language. It's just how it is. Like I said, been sent to Earth. I spawned in America. That's where my portal of where my mother dropped me off at. I was in America, and well, my uncle raised me up while I was on Earth and taught me a bit of English. Of course, I do know a tiny bit of Spanish, like a very, very small grain of sand bit of Spanish. It's just that's the only language that I have had to learn a little bit of. Of course, I didn't self-teach myself how to do it on intentionally. It's just something that I picked up from the people that I interacted with, at least my people that I hang around with in my mansion back on Earth. So, of course, I do want to learn more of the human language, though, as it has always interested me, especially Japanese. I always wanted to learn that. Actually, it's kind of basically the more languages you know, the more you can actually understand what people are actually saying. That's just how I see it. Of course, as for my species, like I mentioned beforehand, I am a human dragon hybrid. To be more specifically, I am 75% human and only 25% dragon. Of course, the more I grew older, though, the more that my dragon side started to show and started to attain my powers and abilities. Of course, let me make sure to check chat real quick. Make sure nobody has sent anything while I was going on a bit of a rant there. Well, not a rant, but still, something there. Get back in it. Come on. Okay. So nobody sent no choice. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about the delay. I'm trying to make sure. Like I said, I can't see chats for both ends right now. I'm currently have my full screen being taken up by my slide. But let's go on to the next thing. Alright, so my likes and my dislikes. Sorry for being a bit bright, by the way. Like I spent literally most likely all of yesterday and a little bit of today trying to get this slide prepared as much as I could. I had to go back and make a few more edits to it, which is why the stream started a bit later than usual today. So, of course, my likes. I like to play video games. Like, a lot of video games. Like, there's... I'm an elite programmer, for crying out loud. That's just how it is. That's what I like. I'm an elite programmer. That's just how we're gonna be. I also like to write. I am a very creative person. So, writing is just another way for me to at least, bring upon my viewpoint of the world and how to help other people see it. It's also a great stress relief for me if I'm feeling like, a bit angry or tense after a long day of working and stuff. Of course, I also like anime. I am a huge anime otaku. For those that don't know what otaku is, basically it's kind of like okay, I'm gonna be truthfully be honest. I don't know what the name of otaku is. All I know is that it's basically somebody that kind of watches anime a lot, like a lot of anime, not just all the major popular brand like Dragon Ball, One Piece, freaking Naruto. Basically, all anime I see is not better than the other one. Okay, actually, let me rephrase that. There are some animes that are better than the other ones, but I just prefer to watch all kind of animes because eventually you're gonna need to watch something else. Because everything comes to an end. So, yeah. Poetry. I like to read and write poetry. I have written a poet when I was still in school on Earth. When I was still in school on Earth, I believe during my middle school year. My middle school year, I have written a poem that was basically based on about the world and what was going on in the world. Kind of like all about, the violence and everything. How basically I would separate my world, my universe, from the reality of everything. And it just touched a bit on topics that are a bit more problematic in our lives right now. Like any kind of topic that we are facing in real life. Like, probably the situation with I'm gonna say mention this briefly, but the situation from what I hear on Earth right now with you know what? Actually, no. I'm not gonna bring that up. That's not what this stream is about. Anyways, novels. I love novels. I have read my very first novel when I was also in middle school. Middle school on Earth. When I was in middle school on Earth. Basically, the first novel that I ever picked up was Maximum Ride Nevermore by James Patterson. Of course, once I picked up that book, that was the first full-on novel I was actually interested in and draw my attention. Of course, I did not finish the book though, due to it being like later on in the series, and I just loved it so much that I had to spend a majority of my middle school year and high school year trying to basically collect them all. And when I collected them all, it basically, well, yeah. Manga. Like I said, if I love anime, of course, for all those people for all the anime fans that are probably watching this, I read manga, okay? I know that the manga is a bit more better than the animes because the manga doesn't hide anything that anime will hide. I know, trust me, I am with y'all 100%. Although I do prefer to watch animes than to read a manga, but that's just me. Trading card games. I like trading card games. I really do like trading card games. Like I play Yu-Gi-Oh! I play Magic the Gatherings. Okay, well that's probably about the only two card games I actually play. But well, actually wait, is that there? Oh no. Dang. Jesus, sorry. I play also Ruby Combat Ready, which is also kind of like a card game, but mixture of a role-playing board game, which is the next thing that I like. Role-playing board games. As y'all can see, I love dragons. Dragons are connected to one of the major popular board games there ever was, which is D&D. I love playing D&D, I love the Magic Gatherings, and I love Ruby Combat Ready. Because all those shows, or all those things have in common one thing I love, and that's of course the board game aspect and the role-playing aspect of it. It helps sparks up my creativity and what I like to do. Which goes on to my next thing, creativity. Now, when I say creativity, to be more specific, my creativity is kind of like something that most people will not get. People really won't understand my creativity, so I will have to kind of break it down to them. Basically, make it more simple to where they will understand it, as my creativity goes far and beyond what anybody really could imagine. And also, basically, if you have a creative personality or something like that, or basically you have something unusual, something unique about you, I am going to be drawn to it because I like other people's creativity as well. I want to help encourage everybody else that watches my stream to be creative. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. There's no set of rules for how to do stuff. At least, okay, I ain't gonna say that. There's really no. Dang. There is really no limits to being creative. You cannot let others put a limit on how creative you can be. You cannot let them tell you what you can and cannot do. That's just not how it works. It's your mind, it's your place, it's your thought, and it's your imagination. It is your world and your reality that you control. And it's up to you to help push to make that creativity a reality. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's get going. Italian food. I love Italian food. Like, oh my gosh, Italian food is, it is amazing. It is a chef kiss, a very chef kiss. Basically, of course, I like pizza. Obviously, more so a plain pepperoni pizza kind of guy. I don't like eating supreme pizza. I do not like eating pineapple pizza. I do not care what you say. I do not like pineapple pizza. I hate it. I don't understand it. Will I be willing to try it? Yes, I will be willing to try it here and there. But still, I will not. I just can't. I love pepperoni pizza. That's just my favorite Italian food. Along with oh, what was that one food? Oh my man, I'm trying to think of that one food. Dang, what was that one food? Come on. I just had it in my mind. You know what? I ain't gonna spend too much time on it. I'm dragging the stream on. Anyways, dogs. Of course, I have a pet dog back on Earth. He's adorable. He can be a bit rowdy and a pain in the butt to deal with sometimes, but he's adorable. I love sweet tea. Like, even though I more so prefer sodas a bit more. Actually, that's probably what I should put in the slide. Dang. Anyways, I like sweet tea. Sweet tea just tastes amazing, especially if it's made at some of the restaurants that, actually no, especially if it's homemade. If it's homemade sweet tea, oh my gosh. Especially when I make it a bit, ooh, it's sweet. Alright, so then, moving on, we're going to go to the next thing, which is my dislikes. Now, of course, I wouldn't say I don't like a lot of things. I dislike a majority of things, but these are the things that I absolutely hate the most. So, number one, being bored. As I mentioned earlier with games and video game stuff, they're now starting to become a bit boring to me, and just playing the same ones over and over again just kind of now is starting to draw my attention away from it. I can't normally play video games as long. I don't see myself playing video games as long as I normally would play them. Of course, at least on days that I am not doing, my work and stuff, I can't really find a chance, to be on a video game for that long. Unless it is VR chat, which I will get into in a bit. Seafood. I do not like seafood. I really do not like seafood. I'm telling you right now. I had my sisters one time feed me a shrimp, and okay, basically here's what happened. I went to a ball gathering, and in the Dragon Kingdom when I first arrived, as they were celebrating my time of coming back after being on Earth for so long. And one of my 5 sisters decided to feed me, basically tried to introduce me to seafood. Keep in mind, I knew on Earth, I tried seafood on Earth and I did not like it. So I thought that seafood in the Dragon Kingdom would be different. It is not different at all. I literally spit back up the shrimp that my oldest sister tried to feed me. I could not take it down. That came right back up. It just, no. Seafood is a hate. I hate it. I cannot eat it at all. Number 3. I dislike negativity. Now, of course, when I do write my poet and my stories, they do have negative stuff in it. But what I mean by negativity, I mean like, if somebody is like negative or something like that, I just can't see. I cannot stand it, and it makes me want to help that person become basically happy. I want to present a good vibe and everything for everybody. If I can't do that, then, well, I'm sorry. Oh God, what just happened? Okay. If I can't do that, then what's the point? Also, basically, sorry about that. I had to switch backslides because something happened on my screen that glitched, so I'm not sure you're able to see it on stream or not. But anyways, discrimination. I do not like it, not one bit. And believe it or not, it is the same thing in the Dragon Kingdom. There are still people discriminating other people in Dragon Kingdom. Basically, the way I see everything on the whole entire subject and topic, because I'm not going to spend too much time on it, is it don't matter if you're black, it don't matter if you're white, it don't matter if you're Asian, it don't matter if you're Latino, it don't matter if you're a dragon, it don't matter if you're a wolf, it don't matter if you are a mermaid, for crying out loud. You are still at the end of the day, you're still the same thing as me. You're still like a human being, also a creature like me. There's really no other difference from each other besides from our traits and our genes and everything. So we just need to really come together. Like, seriously, it drives me crazy. Honestly, like, come on now. Why can't we just all get along? Seriously. And then number 5, the main thing that I hate, the really do hate the most, bugs. Mostly spiders and roaches. I cannot emphasize this enough when I say that I hate spiders and roaches. I remember one time where I woke up when I was just a kid in my room and I saw a spider on the wall. I had to yell for my uncle really loudly for him to kill the spider, because that spider was it was big, like basically like the dragon that's in the background of the slide. It was about as big as the right wing, from the second tip to the whole entire right wing. The spider was that big, at least for his main body. I just can't. And then roaches, I swear, if I see a roach, I had to literally about maybe last week, I saw like maybe 2 roaches in my room, and I had to literally grab my weapon and kill it. I had to literally knock a bunch of stuff over just to kill the roaches. I do not hate them. I mean, Jesus, I hate them. I hate them very, very much with a full-blown burning passion. I hate them so much. Okay. Anyways, enough of my rants. Moving on. Okay, games. Of course, you know what I'm saying. As like, the elite pro gamer I am, I play a lot of games. So, we're gonna read off my list while I brag a bit. So, of course, the first game that we have is we got not Halo, Jesus, first person shooters. Basically, I am a guy when it comes to first person shooters. Mainly Halo, Apex Legends, Fortnite, Overwatch, and etc. They are my go-to games that I would play back to back to back to back to back. Of course, with the way how Halo Infinite is going right now, I don't know. The game is really starting to lose my attention. However, though, I'm still gonna go back and play it because I prefer playing that than trying to dang. I prefer playing that than trying to not play it. And of course, now we have Elden Ring. Now, I have not played Elden Ring yet, but the game, from what I've been hearing, is very challenging. I don't think it has mixed feelings, but a lot of people saying it's great and everything. So, of course, as the elite pro gamer I am, I'm going to take on the challenge and actually play my very first Souls game, which is going to be Elden Ring. When I'm going to play it, I forgot if I put it on the schedule or not at the end of the slide, so we're gonna find out together. Next thing, Xenoverse 2. Now, for those of you that obviously have been with my channel on YouTube and everything, I like playing Xenoverse 2. I love playing Xenoverse 2. Now, the thing about it, there are a lot of games I like that I did not put on this list at all. Okay. But yeah, Xenoverse 2. I mainly play it on my PC because I just prefer the mods and everything. As Xenoverse 2 right now is just alone the vanilla version, which of course for those of you that don't know, basically when a gamer calls a game or says like a vanilla kind of like for a video game, is basically meaning that the standard, like the basic standard stuff that's being put in by the game. So that's basically what a vanilla game means. It means it's just the standard stuff that's in the game. Of course, like I said, I play on PC and kind of use the mods and stuff. But I do play online though. I just don't take my mods online at all. I'm not one of those modders that you see on PS4 and stuff. Of course, I prefer Xbox, but I have both an Xbox Series, a PC, and a PS4 Slim. Okay, so moving on. Eternal Return. Eternal Return is such an underrated game. I'm telling you right now, the game is amazing. It is phenomenal. I love it, and I cannot wait for it to come to Xbox with its new version for console specifically to be specified. Of course, they have a Discord. Obviously, the creators are super generous. A bit too generous if you ask me, but they are very generous. And of course, like I said, any of the games I mentioned are not sponsoring this at all. Like, not at all. I'm kind of quite literally not that big enough for it. But yeah, basically, anyways, RTS games. I don't know really what the abbreviation for RTS stands for. All I do know is that the kind of basic games that is related to. So, in other words, basically strategic strategy based games. So, of course, Halo War. I play Halo Wars 2. I love playing Halo Wars 2. Halo Wars 1 did have some elements that I do miss, but Halo Wars 2 just has a bit more variety in things and everything. I play Stellaris. For those of you that probably have not heard of Stellaris, Stellaris is basically like a strategic game in outer space. I play it with my friends on Xbox, and the only complaint I have for it is that we can never finish a game. That is literally about it. Then again, it's probably just me and my friends, but we never are able to finish the actual game. It's just once the game starts to lag and slow down a bit because there's like so much stuff going on, it's just bad. Plus, I'm not that very good. And then of course we got Air Mech Arena. I can't really say much on Air Mech Arena, except that was probably the first RTS game I played, besides from Halo Wars 1. And then of course I do play a bit more RTS games, but those are the main three that I can remember off the top of my head right now. Horror games. Okay. If you knew my cousin, if you knew my cousin, who I think is probably watching right now, if not, then let me do something real quick. But if you knew my cousin, he would tell you that he would tell you that you cannot get me to play a horror game at all. Actually, you know, majority of my friends, you cannot get me to play a horror game. It's not possible. It's okay. It's possible, but to a certain degree. It just has to be something that I would try to do. But hold on real quick. I'm sending a text message right now. Okay. So, what the heck? Okay. My slide is bugging from my slide is messing up for me right now. Okay. So, back to where was I at? Horror games. I love and hate horror games. I just I love them because they provide the thrill and fun experience, and they're the least amount of games I would ever play. Even though I call myself an elite pro gamer, still, it is a game that I will not touch most often. I am going to try though to break out of that shell and actually start playing horror games. Of course, basically on what y'all would recommend, but for now, I already have one horror game lined up for me to play. Hopefully, have one horror game lined up for me to play. Anyways, next up we got story-rich games. Basically, these games are like single player games that don't have really a multiplayer or are mainly a single player focus. Kind of like with Halo Infinite right now. With Halo Infinite, basically, for example, Halo Infinite story compared to its previous Halos, besides from Halo 3 to CE, it has a very good storytelling. I love the story development for it. There's also another game that has a good rich story, which is Gravity Rush, that I have played. I have played all of Gravity Rush 1 at least, and I love the story that it tells. It was mysterious. It drew my attention. It kept me coming back to it. I literally could not stop playing the game. And then, of course, there's Gravity Rush 2, but I haven't finished the game. Of course, there are like a lot of games that I played before I even started streaming stuff. Of course, I'm gonna start streaming my games and everything. But moving on from that, anime games. Now, of course, these are a bit more so of the iffy ones. Now, when it comes to anime games, I noticed recently that one VTuber, I believe their name was like Zignia, basically. Zignia Clucifer is a VTuber that very recently has streamed Demon Slayer, but then their video or their live stream of it got taken down, or at least blocked on YouTube, due to it not being available for us in our country. So that's why I'm a bit more iffy about anime games, at least when it comes to live streaming. Playing them on your personal time and everything, I love them. Like seriously, I played Naruto, I played, of course, the Universe 2, I played Sword Art Online Actualization, I played Shinra Kagura, I played Hyperdimension Neptunia. I have a lot of anime games on my digitally downloaded to my accounts. Okay, anyway, moving on from that. Hold on, I just got a message. Oh, real-time strategy. Okay, yeah, that's what RTS stands for. My bad. Real-time strategy. That's what RTS stands for. Now, excuse me if you hear my dog barking in the background and stuff. He's running around the house right now. He's running around the castle right now because he hears something outside. There's a lot of noise going on outside, right? Actually, but anyways, moving on from that, we have League of Legends. I am a huge fan of League of Legends. Like League of Legends, probably. Actually, what would League of Legends be considered? Now that I think about it, I might need to look it up. I might need to look that up later. But yeah, I might need to see or look that up later of what kind of game League of Legends is actually considered. But yeah, I love League of Legends though. The sponsorship for it, the Funimations and everything. Not Funimation. Jesus. The animations, basically when Worlds happens each year and stuff, I just love it. The songs are a major hit. They are a banger. So moving on from the games, we got the anime side of things. Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online. Some of these animes that are listed to the right side right now, I have a bit of history with them, as each of them has kind of affected me a bit. But basically, Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online is my first. Well, okay. Sword Art Online is my first anime that I have actually known to be anime at the time. Basically, what I mean by that is that, of course, as you're like young and everything, you don't really know what a TV show means or what anime means. You don't know all these term definitions. Basically, that's what I'm saying. When I first started watching Sword Art Online, it was my first official anime that I knew it was an anime. And it was also the very, very first thing that actually sparked my interest to play online. Because at the time that I watched this anime, I had an Xbox 360, but I did not have gold or anything. Like during my whole entire Xbox 360 era, I did not have gold, so I was not able to play online and all that stuff. I did manage to convince my mother to give me silver. Well, not my mother. I managed to convince my uncle to get me silver, and of course, kind of my mother as well when I came to Dragon Kingdom, because she's not really a gamer. But yeah, I kind of convinced them to get me silver, at least. But of course, when I watched Sword Art Online and was introduced to the concept of virtual reality and online gaming, that's what triggered me to go my route of becoming an elite pro online gamer. Next up, we have Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill is kind of it don't really have that much of a good connection to me. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I love the show. I absolutely love Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill is amazing. It's a good and amazing show. Of course, as the good main show went on, what am I saying? Kill la Kill is an amazing show. I absolutely loved it. And actually, as a matter of fact, the main character of the show, I believe Ryuko, kind of had a bit more of an influence on my character and how I normally would act. Okay, well, not my character, but at least, look, please forgive me if you hear myself speaking like a third person about myself. I kind of had a tendency to do that a bit, as like it is my first time doing this kind of thing. So please forgive me on that. Anyways, Kill la Kill has kind of more so inspired me a bit to, like, I understood the message behind it. If people watch the show, of course there are those people that will say, oh, you're watching it because of the plot and everything, because Kill la Kill is kind of it has some interesting angles in it, but other than that, if you actually like listen to the story that Kill la Kill's trying to tell and everything, it's very interesting, and I like the concept of it, because it's basically saying that you don't have to be afraid to show who you are. At least that's what I got from it, because especially during that one time when Ryuko was and spoilers for those that have not watched it, even though the show has been out for a bit of a while, basically Ryuko was struggling a bit when she found her outfit Senketsu. She was struggling with the idea of actually getting naked, because she did not like the concept of getting naked. It's just not who she was. But once she actually accepted herself a bit and more so of the term, she then became a bit more powerful, and it was like nobody could really stop her except for her older sister, which we all know how older sisters are. They are very scary people. They are scary people, but they are very caring as well. Moving on. Let me try to get my thing real quick. Let me put my mic down real quick. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Moving on from that. Next up, we got Hyperdimension Neptunia. Now, Hyperdimension Neptunia, it more so taught me. Okay, to be honest, when I watched Hyperdimension Neptunia, I don't know what it taught me at the time. I was still more so in middle school, kind of in that phase. I knew what anime still was at that time then, but I just kind of. No, that's right. Hyperdimension Neptunia more so connected to me and helped me to more so better understand that it don't matter what game console you're on. Like, even though I did make a joke earlier about, I prefer Xbox and PlayStation, but to be honest, I prefer all consoles because the thing is, every single console has something that we need. Basically, every console has something that the other one does not. Hold on quick, let me switch the music up a bit. Let me switch the music up a bit for us, because it's about to end right now. Alright, so going back to this. Okay, my bad about that. I had to switch up the music because it was about to, the thing was about to end. Anyways, where was I? Shinra Kagura. Hyperdimension Neptunia. Hyperdimension Neptunia, like I said, helped me understood a bit more about the difference between a video game, as each of them have their strengths, but each of them also has their flaws, just like the main characters in the show, as Linebox was basically Xbox, Last Station was PlayStation, Low Wii was the Wii, and Neptunia was basically kind of like Sega, I believe. Yeah, it was like Sega Genesis and everything. Basically, all those consoles have their strengths and weaknesses. They have something that the other does not. And then, of course, later on in the show, there is like, a PC character as well, but named Pichi. So, yeah, of course, PC kind of. Anyways, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna get to it. Anyways, moving on. Shinra Kagura. I'm not gonna lie, the show interested me kind of because it was also, I only discovered the show because I finished watching Hyperdimension Neptunia. If I did not finish watching Hyperdimension Neptunia, I would not have discovered this show. Basically, I was looking for a new anime to keep my mind interested, to keep me busy and everything, to bring more interest into myself. Shinra Kagura more so brought just that. I just love the fight scenes and the animation and everything on it. Of course, like I said, what most of these animes have in common is a bit more. Yeah, if people, like I said, I know for those who are probably watching and saying like, oh, you watch it because of this, you watch it because of that. Look, I'm watching, yes, everybody that watches those shows watch it because of those exact reasons. But it's not the main point of the show. The main point of the show is the story that it tells behind it. Which what Shinra Kagura tells is that basically it actually ties back to a bit more of the negativity and discrimination, kind of. Basically, you can still be friends even though you may be on the opposite side of things. So like, say if you was working for somebody that hated this person, but you also hated this person at first, but then the more you got to, actually no. Better example of this. Say if you had that one friend that you considered a best friend, or well, so you was close to. So then that one friend that you're very close to hates another friend that you are also close to, and then creates a conflict between the two. Like, you can't really be friends with this person because this person will get mad. It creates that concept, which the show basically at the end has everybody working together and putting their differences aside, which is why I like it. Next thing we got is Burst Angel. Burst Angel is basically an anime that has, of course, every anime that I probably mentioned, a good majority on this list has a female lead protagonist, so I'm just saying right now. Burst Angel is basically, of course, an anime that has a a more so cyberpunk kind of feeling to it, where no, it has mechs. Anyways, basically the Burst Angel anime is kind of more so one of those anime that's like a really old one, but it's a good one. Like, it's one of the most underrated shows. Of course, probably not as time. It was probably amazing. Like, of course, it was back in 2003, and I kind of was not around or old enough to see it. So, since, I was a baby back then. But anyways, moving on. We then got Keijo. Keijo, off rip, the show is about never giving up. Always keep going. Keep on trying yourself. Keep on pushing forward. That was heavily emphasized on the show, especially with the main protagonist of the show. Next up, we got Kame ga Kill. Now, Kame ga Kill, I know people had like a bit more mixed feelings about it, but still, it's more so like, kind of like, basically, what happened with Kame ga Kill is that the anime got rid of a lot of stuff from the show. Or no, not from the show, from the manga. The manga, if you read the manga, it has a lot more scenes in it and a lot more stuff that happens that should have been in the show. And actually, the thing about it is, though, that what most mangas do not do is that the characters, and for those, this is a spoiler if you have not read the manga or you have not watched the show, the characters in the manga are actually alive. Of course, not all of them, but at least Tatsumi and Mine, Akane, and I believe Leone are all still alive and well. However, though, in the anime, Tatsumi's dead, Mine's dead, Akame, I believe, is alive, Akame I know is alive, and Leone, I believe, if from what I remember, she was also alive at that ending. So basically, the show killed more characters than the manga, which is kind of stupid and different. Next up is Bleach. Bleach was actually the very, very first anime I have seen, at least on TV, but it was before I knew what anime was. In retrospect, all I remember from Bleach was just changing to Adult Swim on Saturday nights when it was called Toonami at Saturday nights, and basically I would just, watch the show. Even though I wasn't old enough to really be on it, now that I do look back at it, it was kind of called a different channel when it started. So basically, this thing was called Toonami instead of Adult Swim. Since, my uncle didn't want me to watch Adult Swim due to having adult content at the time, and they didn't want me to get influence off of it. So, yeah, kind of. Look, we all been there. We all done something that we all had a curiosity. We all done something that we did not want to do, or that we know that we were not supposed to do. It's going to happen. We're curious people. Is what we do is in our human nature. We get curious and then we do the thing that we're not supposed to do. Because if you tell something not to do, if you tell somebody not to do something, they're going to do it. Unless you can be very convincing with them not to do it. Anyways, moving on from that. Fate Stay Night. Fate Stay Night was another one that I watched in high school. Not high school, middle school. It was during my last year, and I found this show to be very interesting and very plot twist, which is what I like. I a story-rich kind of show or feel to it. Then, of course, that's what it brought. That's what it brought to the table and everything. It just brought that good feeling. Okay, moving on from that, we then have Ruby. Ruby is more so. A lot of people don't consider it to be anime, and a lot of people do consider it to be anime. Look, I don't care. I have it on this list. Ruby is an amazing show that was made by a talented animator that has sadly passed away during the third volume. Rest in peace, Monty. Really, rest in peace. The show now has improved graphic-wise. I will say kind of not the same as it was anymore, but I still watch it though because it just draws my attention a bit more, and really, it's the only show that has drawn my attention. In fact, actually, the 9th volume was supposed to be coming out actually last fall of last year, but it was delayed. So it's interesting a bit. So I cannot actually wait to see what they're doing with Volume 9, especially since they delayed it, which is definitely different and not seen as often. Anyway, then we got Danganronpa. Yeah, Danganronpa. I love the plot twist in this show. I swear, the show has such a good plot twist in it each and every single time. At least when I watched it. Now that I know the more so philosophy, that's kind of like, is the first character that you meet that's like actually the main person that is the bad guy. Now that I fall into that philosophy, yeah, of course I now know, who the person is. But it's like the show kept on playing with it a bit more. Like, it's, especially with how they had, the character die, that was actually the bad guy in the first place, die off rip, or at least a look-alike of her. Next, we got Magi. Magi, I just love it so much because the show itself is about, the show itself has so many scenes that actually kind of made me cry, because the characters are all connected, they all go through struggles and everything, but they're all still for each other, even in their darkest times, to lift them up, which is what I love. I just love it so much, because I find it a bit more relatable a bit, because I did have, of course, some dark times where I was like, a bit more in my depression and stuff, but I had my friends on Xbox, and well, yeah, I have my friends on Xbox, on Discord. They all helped me out. They were there for me. They helped me out, and my family as well. They all helped me out get through my dark times. Next up we got is Blood Sea. Blood Sea is a new anime that I'm watching, so I really cannot say much on it. All except for I like the fight scene, and it just has a good female protagonist that has a more so kind of trait that I like. But anyways, I believe next slide was the future goals. Yep, then after this, it should be the inspiration. So, future goals. Future goals of me as a streamer. Okay, finally made it here. Future goals of me as a streamer. Basically, I want to reach 1 million subscribers. That is my main goal. That is what I'm set out to do. I'm going to accomplish it no matter what. I am going to reach 1 million subscribers on my Twitch channel and my YouTube channel and on Twitter. I'm going to make that a thing for all 3 platforms. No matter how long it takes, even if I just have 1 subscriber watching my streams and everything, just 1 person is enough to light that spark. It's kind of like the song where I believe, what was that song name? I believe Untraveled Road, and I actually have played the song to my mother a bit, but I don't think she really has heard or was listening to the lyrics of the song. Where basically, in the song itself, it has 1 voice is enough to make sleeping giants wake up, to make armies stand up and watch. No, to make armies put their hands up and watch a whole nation stand up. Is 1 to leave 1 spark, 1 I forgot the rest of the lyrics, but basically what it says is that it's like only one person is enough to, if their voice is loud enough, if their voice can actually reach the hearts of people, that's all it takes. It's just that one person to inspire a whole bunch of people. That's all it takes. It just takes one person. It's, even though it may not be noticeable right there and then, but still, keep in mind, if you don't believe that you have, like, touched people's hearts, I'm telling you right now, you have. You have. Whoever's watching the stream, you have touched people's heart beforehand in ways that you cannot really imagine. You may not see it yourself, but I'm telling you right now, there's probably somebody right now that's probably doing something because you probably inspired them to do it. You probably influenced that person's life. You were probably an inspiration to that person. I'm telling you right now, I had one person on Twitter that I just saw him follow me, and then I followed him back, and then they made a post and everything, and I liked it and commented on it. I was shocked to believe that that person actually was one of the people that actually subscribed to me and actually told me that they was shocked to see me, they were shocked to see me actually react, well, not react, but more so comment on it, to actually give a full-blown opinion on it. All it takes is just that one voice, just that one little shove to help encourage somebody to do something. Keep that in mind. Anyways, on to the next one. We have, I want to become an animator and an author. Now, look, I'm saying this right now because I'm a very honest person, and I believe you shouldn't really tell a lie unless you know that's probably going to help out if you do tell a lie. Anyways, but the point is, I'm not saying go tell a lie. I'm not saying telling a lie is good, but I'm also kind of saying that, just really don't tell a lie, people. Don't tell lies. I'm telling you right now, don't tell lies unless you know that lie is going to actually help out a lot more better than telling the truth. Or at least try to at least tell the truth, but reword the truth a bit into a way that's giving it a bit more on the light side. Anyways, point is, I want to become an animator and an author. I'm letting you know right now, I decided not to go to college because I wanted to become a streamer, I wanted to become a YouTuber, I wanted to become an author, I wanted to become an animator, I wanted to become an artist, I wanted to become all these things. So I knew that if I do go to college, I'm not going to be, if I go to college, I know that I'm probably not going to be able to actually fully be able to focus on those things, because the college I want to go to is all the way up in, at least on Earth, the college I wanted to go to on Earth is in New York. And that college in New York kind of is in a COVID hot zone right now. So with the virus and everything kind of really messed me up a bit. But point is, I want to teach myself how to do all these things. I want to learn a bit more so on my own than go to school for it. As yes, it would help me out a lot and would look good for me, but what people don't realize is that yes, I know it'll be good for me and everything, but it's not something that I ain't gonna say that I don't want to go to college. I do still have that in my back of my mind that I do want to go to college, but not right now. I don't want to go to college. You want to know, to probably not confuse y'all anymore, I don't want to go to college. Plain and simple, I don't want to go to college. Basically, reason why is because I want to learn the hard way. I want to teach myself how to do everything because I just learn better that way than having somebody tell me how to do it. Of course, I may look up, if something is a bit more frustrating, I will ask for help and everything, but I just want to learn. I want to work hard to to get to where I want to get to. That's why I want to reach 1 million subscribers. I want to become an animator and stuff, an author. And I want to improve my social skills. For those of you that are probably watching the stream right now, you probably have noticed that I stutter a lot. I say a lot. That's because I'm not very good speaking to people. I'm very shy and everything. However, though, I want to improve it. And right now, my when I was back in when I went back to Dragon Kingdom on Christmas, my mother bought me a VR headset. And the main reason why I wanted the VR headset is because I wanted to get onto VR chat. And she probably doesn't realize this, but she done me a very, very good thing by getting me the VR headset, because I had made so many friends on VR chat that are now helping me become a bit more social. Because basically what VR chat is like I said, it's like the second part in the name. VR chat is basically a virtual space where you go to speak to other people. It is a game, but it's a more so different version of the game where you have to go talk to people. If you want to make friends and stuff, or you want to play the games and everything, you have to talk to people like you would in real life. There's really no difference. You just gotta go talk with them and everything. And well, that's what it's helping me on. It's helping me improve my social skills. I have noticed a bit more that I have actually not been as bad at stuttering and with my words than I normally usually would be. Of course, I may not seem like that right now because I am very nervous. So, anyways, another goal I want to become a full VTuber. So, like, as you probably see in my loading screen right now, from what y'all point of view is, y'all probably see at the top right of the screen my drawing that was made by my coworker at work. Okay, basically, I was in a huge debate if I should either put my webcam up or if I put my drawing up. Of course, I decided to put my drawing up first because I figured it would be a bit more unique, and I just got over the idea of, you know what, my camera may not look as good, but I'm going to eventually get a new one, and I kind of want to be close to VTuber at least. So that's why I have the drawing of me up in the corner right now. That will eventually become replaced by a VTuber model that I will commission. Eventually. They are very expensive, but I know if I keep on trying hard enough, if I keep on pushing myself, if I keep on bringing all the content that y'all are going to want to see and everything, that I'll be able to do this. I will accomplish this goal. So, anyways, moving on from this. Next up we have is collab with other VTubers and other YouTubers. I want to collab with other VTubers and other YouTubers. There's a few particular YouTubers I want to collab with, and there's a few particular VTubers I want to collab with. And basically, I probably should have mentioned this early on beforehand, but basically what a VTuber is a virtual reality avatar user. Basically, they commission somebody to make a avatar model that looks a bit 2D, but also looks kind of like a 3D model, where basically they can actually move, they can actually show their face expression and everything. It's very fun and interactive because now you see yourself as the actual character moving around and everything. I will say, I have actually worked on my own model itself, but the problem is when I was trying to actually get the model to actually load into the software that I had it on, it didn't work for some reason. So I had to probably go back and make a new one and try again. But other than that though, when y'all most likely see the model when I do like streams on VR chat and everything. Y'all see the models when I start doing it on there and stuff. So moving on, I want to create my very own anime/manga. I most likely am going to create the manga first because I have written, like I said, I'm a bit more so of an author. Okay, I'm not fully authored, but I have written a story beforehand that has a more so anime feel. When I written that story that had more so of an anime feel, that inspired me to want to become an author. And now I want to become an author, it really draws my attention. And well, the manga, when I first picked up my very first manga was, ironically enough, just like what my first novel was, Maximum Ride. Ironically enough, my first manga book that I read was Maximum Ride. Very ironic, right? Yeah. However, though, even though they both were made by different people, the manga was retelling the story from more so now a actual character standpoint. Like, you actually see what the characters look like and everything, compared to what the novel will have to describe and everything. Moving on from that, though, going back to that before I move on. Basically, I also want to create my own anime because, well, really, animes are just fun. They interest me a bit, and I want to actually see what people would actually think of it, which is why I want to become an animator, because I want to make my own anime. Of course, I'm going to be using YouTube and everything because, have a bit more freedom with it. Other than that, now let's actually move on. Now, this one more so of a probably, but I do probably, maybe in the future, of course, as like my future goal, create my own video game. I want to create my very own video game. Why? Because I'm an elite pro gamer. Like I said, y'all gonna hear me say that a lot. I am an elite pro gamer, and I want to create my own video game. That's it. I also want to just, for fun. But also to have a more so impact and message as well. Anyways, moving on. Next up, I also want to figure out how to stream on my VR headset. Now look, I can stream VR chat, but it's just I would have to use my PC to stream it instead of my actual VR headset, as I have tried beforehand to test out my Oculus Quest 2 to see if it'll work, but right now I just do not have the necessary tools to actually stream it from my headset to my PC, VR chat and everything. So, of course, if I do make any VR content, it'll just be on my desktop, which is my avatar, walking around in his animation and everything. Alright, next up, I believe is the inspiration. Oh, okay, hold on. Move on. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Sorry about that. I forgot I had that slide in there. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's a wow. I'm embarrassed. I'm very embarrassed by that. Okay. Anyways, moving on. The inspiration for my character, as y'all see right now on screen at the main center. Let me see. Can y'all see my cursor actually? If you can see my cursor, well, I'm not sure you'll see my cursor because the screen's away from me right now. But anyways, basically the character, the first drawing of me is to the right of the inspiration tab. So right where the inspiration is at the very top, the right where the image is mostly just like, full straight up flat 2D drawing with no background and everything. Oh wait, no, you can't see my cursor. Okay, so yeah, where you can actually see this is actually my drawing of my character that I have done personally myself. My first ever drawing I've done of him. This I had commissioned of him by a different artist, but of course, as you can see, this one's more so Dragon Ball inspiration by the Saiyan Tail. Now, of course, these two right here were, of course, the main focus. As you can see, they both have the single dread going up in the front here. Next up, what we have is, I believe, Kashin. Now, remember the anime that I mentioned earlier from Magi? Basically, this is the main character in the show that has heavily inspiration on this guy right here. When I first watched, of course, when I found this image at the time, I didn't know who he was. I just saw that it was a dreadlock guy, and it's like, hey, that's kind of pretty cool and everything. Of course, when I watched the actual anime and stuff of Magi, I cried. I'm not gonna spoil anything for those that probably have not watched it. It's more so one of those things they had to actually watch the show yourself and actually understand my feeling and pain from where it comes from. Okay, going on to the next person, my boy Tom Tanaka. Tom Tanaka, of course, is from the show, I believe, dang, I forgot the name of it. I forgot the name of what anime he is from, but he is as of course you see the multiple image here, he is like one of the main heavy inspiration for a character. I see it inspired my hairstyle a bit, and as like a previous drawing you saw in my first slide, let me go back to it real quick. Oh, too far. Okay, there we go. This right here, he inspired basically the style of the hair for this one as well. Going back to the inspiration slide, he has this design. Of course, my dreads are also kind of like, my design as well, but it's more so you see it here than you would see it kind of here and here and then here. Of course, we got the scarf right here. That's right here. Of course, that's also an inspiration for it. However, though, as I have for going over the shoulder, that is more so like the McCree from Overwatch kind of style I borrowed. Next up we have is, of course, Echo. Now, of course, this is like, the arcane version of him, where I believe it came out in a new show on Netflix of League of Legends Arcane. Echo in that show was amazing. Like, his highlight of his character and everything, how he always had control of the light and was doing basically everything just for himself. He is like, it's more so one of those things they had to actually watch the show yourself to actually understand where I'm coming from. But basically, he also has inspiration, and it's kind of like my idol and my main character that I actually use in League of Legends, that also kind of brought this whole entire idea together, because he's the leader of his own faction, just like my character is kind of like more so a leader of his own faction. But I am not going to reveal much on it because I am working on a story right now for it. Of course, I'm the leader of my own faction as I trying to bring myself back into. Anyways, next up we have is Oscar from RWBY, and of course we have Ruby herself over here. These two right here, of course, Oscar is the inspiration because a lot of people wonder why I chose like green and everything as the color. It's because of who Oscar was previously. Oscar was a man called Ozpin that was wise, that was smart, that was calm, that knew what to say a bit. Of course, now that we know more about him, he has a bit more of a twisted history, but we ain't gonna get into that. Basically, Oscar's personality and everything, along with Ozpin's personality and the color that the two take on, are also my inspiration as well. Ruby is basically, like I said, she's a leader of her own group and is very optimistic, always looks up, tries to cheer people up even when other people are down. That's also kind of like the personality inspired for me. Next up, and of course, like I mentioned earlier, we have the maximum rise of basically Max on the cover here and then Max on the cover here. She is the inspiration for why I basically am me. Is she basically what my creator wanted me to become is more so like a hybrid, just like Max. Of course, I thought that I would have to look more like a dragon, but of course, as you see here, Max looked more so like a human. The only difference is just her wings. That's it. Which is what came into detail with me. Of course, you can't see none of my dragon traits right now, but maybe later on down the line, if I do get my VTuber model or more art commission of me so I can present so I can talk to y'all into a bit more of a color format than a black and white one, then not saying that I don't like drawing. Like seriously, the drawing of me right now that I'm showing right now to y'all is amazing. I love it. I really, really love it. Of course, like I say, I'm just saying, I'm gonna get more commissions in the future. Trust me. This is temporary. But yeah, basically, of course, like I said, there are more in Maximum Ride. Both Maximum Rides, leader of their own group of kids that are basically on Earth and treated differently by everybody because of how different they are. Of course, Max is the main leader of the group that goes through struggle, and she's also a teen, which of course, as I am right now, in the story my career is writing, I will be slightly a bit younger than what I am. So I'm just letting y'all know that right now. So yeah, that's all the inspiration. These are all the people that inspired me to be me. So we're gonna move on now. Of course, we got the credits. We have over here that drew my paper drawing and everything, like what you saw my inspiration and what you're seeing right now in the top right corner. Tsuki X Rose, also my coworker, has drawn basically me on paper at the time because she was not near the rise, but I don't mind it. I absolutely love it. I really, really love it. And then of course over here, as for my Dragon Ball drawing that you saw earlier, which is basically this one right here at the top, SSJ3 Assassin is the main man that drew it and brought it to life in the first place. I'm telling you, without him, I would not have the confidence to probably get commissions from other artists if I have not spoken to him today. He's also my main he's also, for fun fact for those that don't know, he is the main reason, along with another YouTuber, that I decided to become a YouTuber in the first place, which is why I have so many Dragon Ball content on my channel. And then next up, I believe we have the schedule, and thankfully I had it messed up a bit earlier. But basically Tom, of course, as you can see, my man flexing his glasses and everything over here, came in and pulled through to help me out. So basically, here is my schedule for next week for what I'll be streaming and what I'll be doing. So of course, Sunday I'll be doing a reading Q&A, where basically you will send messages in the chat and I'll be doing a Q&A and everything of it. I will try to be hyping it up a bit, but I mean, for those that probably have not watched my debut and everything, there you go. You can come into Q&A and then ask a question there. It may change depending, but we will see. Of course, on Monday, I will be streaming League of Legends from 11:30 p.m. EST time zone. So basically, the stream will actually be starting at 11:30. So yeah, just for those of you that Then Tuesday we'll be streaming Warframe. I will be redoing it as I have. I will say this right now, I have played Warframe beforehand. However, though, I have only played Warframe when it first started. Of course, I have played Warframe recently versus when it first started. Like when it started getting more of its updates and everything, I came back into it when Warframe was revamped and everything. So of course, every experience I had back then when it first came out is going to be different. So that's what I'm looking forward to into playing Warframe again, because it's a new, different experience. And I have heard that actually some of the bosses that you fight in it are different compared to what you had to fight them beforehand. So next up we got is Prey, which is what I'm not really looking forward to because it's a horror game. It's a mysterious horror game that I am really not looking forward to. I truly am not looking forward to playing Prey. I really am. I have played this game before, but I only played the trial version. So I have not played the full version of the game. And I definitely know that the full version of this game is going to be a lot more different than the trial, so there'll be more so of a weekly thing. I'll keep on streaming Prey until I actually complete it. Warframe will be changing along with I believe. Well, let's continue on. Let's continue on. Sorry for my stuttering. Let's continue on with the scheduling. Thursday, I will be streaming Elden Ring, which I am very, very excited to actually be playing. I will be streaming Elden Ring from 3 p.m. PSC. No, not from. Starting at 3 p.m. PSC to starting from 3 p.m. PSC and 9 p.m. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I will be streaming Elden Ring from 3 p.m. I will be streaming Elden Ring from. God, I keep on doing this. Calm down. I will be streaming Elden Ring on Thursday of next week at 3 p.m. PST to 6 p.m. I said 2 again. Look, I'll be streaming Elden Ring from 3 p.m. Oh, this is the worst I have stuttered. This is the worst I have stuttered all the time. I do not think it'll be hard to say this. I will be streaming Elden Ring at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So when I start streaming at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it'll be 3 p.m. at Pacific Standard Time. There we go. Finally got it out of my mouth. Okay. Going on to the next thing. I will then be playing Minecraft on Friday. This time more so on its harder difficulty because I've always played Minecraft on creative. I never played on survival, so I'll be playing it on its hardest difficulty. Plus, I'll be doing it on my PC, so it'll be a bit more different this time if I can figure out how to get mods and stuff. If I can't, then well, yeah, it'll just be me trying to survive. Basically, kind of 100 days in Minecraft. I'll be putting down a counter for how long I can actually do it. Of course, I will not be doing it in one day, obviously. I mean, like, I probably could, maybe, depending. Of course, if I do die 3 times during that time period, then of course, I'll just have to end the stream there and try again another time. And then, of course, Saturday, which will be at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be streaming VR chat on my desktop. Of course, obviously, I'm not, like I said, I'm not like one of those popular VTubers and everything. I know that for a fact, but I still want to just do it just because I want to do it. It'll be fun and entertaining for me. So, yeah, I will be streaming VR chat on Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, finally. Moving on, after me struggling so hard to actually get through that and me stuttering a lot. Let me check to see where's the music at right now. Okay, good. The music at right now. Well, oh god, okay. Too many ads popping up now. There we go. Now coming back to my stream. Wow. Holy smokes. Did not think I'd be struggling to speak now or laboring screen back a bit. Let me. That's the right thing I'm clicking on, right? Yeah, that's the right thing I'm clicking on. Yep, bring it back. Okay, and well, yeah, that's basically my debut stream. Holy smokes, I did not think I would actually be able to do it. I am completely nervous. Actually, like I said, I am Quiet Storm. I am Quiet Storm, or well, Jalen Concilium. And well, this has really been my debut stream. There's really nothing else for me to really talk about other than really this will be the new norm. Of course, I'll be doing also. Oh, actually, yeah, there is something I do want to talk about though. As for my YouTube channel, I would bring up on screen right now, but I just prefer not to because I already went through enough struggle as is, and I kind of want to get to my game. So, gotta keep on practicing to become a full-on time pro. Anyways, basically, as for my YouTube channel, if you have not seen, my update and everything on my YouTube channel, it basically runs down at all the things I will be doing differently from now on. Of course, this is one of the things I will be definitely doing differently from now on. I will be streaming a lot more often. I'll be trying to be on time with my actual scheduling, and I will try to also, post videos on YouTube at least 2 times a week. And I will not actually be, lying when I say that, like I actually been the past few times. I will be actually posting videos on YouTube 2 times a week. The videos I have planned on coming up are both reaction videos to well, you'll just have to see. You'll just have to see. I'm not going to go ahead and spoil it for y'all. You will have to see what those reaction videos are going to be. And of course, during these reaction videos, I will be using my actual webcam for those reactions, since I don't have enough drawings right now to, simplify a reaction from me. So of course, it'll be my actual live stream, or not actual live stream, my actual camera from my face during those videos at least. And how long has the stream been going on? Oh, okay. I have been doing this for about an hour. Jeez, almost 2 hours actually. Holy smokes. Okay. Dang, I didn't think I was actually streaming that long. Oh, well, dang, I noticed that a few people have also subscribed to me. So let me just do this. So thank you, Nick Stancil, Zypheria Animates, and Jai Brown. Thank you, 3, for subscribing to me actually. About 2 hours ago too. Dang, I don't think that many people actually follow me. Okay then. But yeah. Like I said, back to what I was talking about, my YouTube channel. I will still be doing Xenoverse 2 videos, but expect those videos to be coming out less than my reaction videos. Because now I'm going to start doing it, that those videos are going to be more so my Dragon Ball lore-based videos. Well, okay, not like the actual official show of Dragon Ball, but my character, Jalen Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Antiverse lore-rated videos, as they've been beforehand, where you'll be presented with new characters and of course better editing and everything beforehand. Now, as for my streaming side of things, my streaming schedule will be different from my YouTube video schedule. And of course, as from what I come to learn, I actually need to start actually doing things a bit differently. So instead of, like uploading twice or 3 times a week, I'll be uploading daily for a bit of a while now. And then, of course, the more people that come to watch me, I will then, be streaming. Of course, the streams will happen less often. It depends really on where I see myself ending up. Of course, like I said, I plan on getting to 1 million subscribers on... Oh God. Okay, my bad. My throat's a little bit dry right now. I've been talking for too long. Anyways, my stream will be going on for about... What was I talking about? Lord mercy. I'm a very forgetful person. This is what I get. This is what I get for landing on Earth at first after being banished from Dragon. Jesus, okay. Calm down. I will be, for the streaming side of things, I'll be doing that sub daily. I will actually be streaming sub daily, especially next week. Mainly because don't really have nothing to do next week besides from, my other works and everything that I'll be doing, but I've cleared up a bit to, mainly focus on streaming and stuff. So, of course, as for those streams next week, they will be more so somewhat during the day. As for these streams, though, however, these streams are more so will be at night on days that I do and I am very busy the most on. So, like, if I'm actually, working or something like that, then yeah, you probably don't expect to stream until like maybe 11 at least at night. That's when I'll most likely will be streaming, of course, late at night. And don't worry, for those of you that probably saying, oh, but wait, I thought you were going to talk about this sleep schedule and everything, which I probably did not mention that while on stream, but I know, but sometimes you just gotta really make that sacrifice and gotta really just do what you gotta do. Cause to be honest, look, I after looking at the schedule I have set up for my work and everything, if I were to stream during the day every day, I would not be able to have streams as long as I would want them to be, which is why I'm more so am going to be putting them late at night and stuff. It's not that I don't have enough time, but it's just actually it's kind of like that. Yeah, I just don't have enough time during the day at least. That's just my day that I'm more so busy to actually stream. Plus, I just would rather prefer to stream and talk with you guys while not being rushed to actually speak with you guys. So I have time to hang out with you all, view y'all, and I said view you all. Lord, I just want to be able, get to know my audience, be able to speak with y'all and everything. And yeah. To be honest, I might upload a reaction video tomorrow, depending. But other than that, that's really about it. I want to thank you all for attending the stream, and to always remember, basically, don't let anybody stop you from creating your world and your reality, no matter what you want to do. If you want to start up a YouTube channel, do it. If you want to become a streamer like me, do it. If you're dreaming of doing something that you do not, if you have a dream that you want to get to, and basically you just don't think that you're going to be capable of doing it, no, don't think that way. You are capable of doing it. Don't doubt yourself. You can do this. You can stream. Even if nobody shows up, give the stream your all. Because even if nobody shows up to it when it's live, they definitely gonna start showing up to it when you post a video on Twitch or YouTube or whatever platform you're on. They will go back and watch the video to see where you started and how you're going. Or not how you're going, where you're going. You can do this no matter what. It is your world and your reality, and up to you to make that change and make that difference. I'm saying right now, as both myself and as my creator. I'm saying this right now. You are capable of doing many things. Many things. I want to encourage any new streamer that comes to watch me, or anybody that's not a streamer or not a YouTuber, anybody that comes to watch me, I want to encourage you to do it. Just do it. Just you start streaming, or if you can't stream, then at least just record a video, or not even that. You don't have to just become a streamer and do something. Just do the thing you want to do. It is never too late to not do the thing you want to do. It may seem hard at first, like you may not have, like, a bunch of views, or you may see somebody else that's doing this better than you, but the point is, that's not you. Do the thing that you would love to do. If you do the thing that you love to do and put all your effort and time into it, then that's fine. That's all that matters. Even if you only just have one person watching, 2 people watching, or nobody watching, you can do this. You are strong, you are loved, and you are amazing. Anyways, geez, I've been dragging this stream on long enough. I will be uploading the stream to my YouTube channel and onto Twitch for y'all to, of course, see and follow. And I will see you all in the next live stream on Sunday. And of course, for those that are on my YouTube, I will of course be seeing you all probably tomorrow. I said probably because I'm not fully 100% sure on how I'm going to do the reaction video, but I'm going to do it regardless. No, I ain't going to say probably. Tomorrow, you will see my reaction video. Of course, it's going to be late though because I'm extremely busy tomorrow, so it will be posted a bit late at night. But other than that, yeah. Have a nice day, everybody. Or well, not a nice day. Actually, yeah. Have a rest nice evening. A rest night of your not night. Oh, Jesus Christ. Have a good rest of your evening. And like I said, you can make everything in your world and your reality. Till next time.